All right, joining me now on Inside the Tournament, former U.S. women coach and now U.S. women player, Carli Lloyd. Welcome to the show.
Good to chat with you. I'm excited.
So, I honestly think there's only one place to start. You're a defending champion, but as a coach, why now the move to switch from coach to player for the U.S. women at TST?
Well, I was pregnant last summer, so that posed some challenges. I was too far along, and when I had the opportunity, Heather asked me at some point early on in the year if I'd be interested in playing, and I wasn't really sharing the news, and it was a bit confidential. And so when she asked if you'd like to have another role in the team. I said, sure, I'd love to coach. I'd love to, be part of it because I think it's truly something special. Especially, getting all of us players back together again. I think that's very rare. I know US Soccer has been kind of starting this alumni program, and for us to kind of all just get back together again, it's really great. So when I had told her that my role was either going to be playing or perhaps be coaching, I did let her know the news, that I unfortunately wasn't able to play. So I was, gracious enough to be asked to coach the team, and they did fantastic. I mean, I know our first game we started off, kind of trying to figure things out a little bit. It was getting used to kind of the tournament format. And as we progressed, the players just did phenomenally well. Some of the young players did great. And I think, for me, when I retired 3 years ago, I was pretty much tapped out and done, and had exhausted really everything mentally and physically. And so I didn't really want to jump back into playing or, doing any sort of pickup. I kind of took up golf, and I was just living life and doing some other things. And then obviously, wanting to try to get pregnant and kind of going through all the IVF stuff and kind of the ups and downs of that for a couple of years. It wasn't until, I stepped out onto the field again this past December doing one of my clinics, and I just, that joy and that passion and that love, it's never left me, but I think that it just finally was the right timing for me to, want to get back into things. So I joined a co-ed league, so I'm kind of currently in training. My body, is definitely getting used to some things. I'm a little older, so I'm going to do anything I can to help the team, and just really excited to be part of it, be reunited with teammates, Heather, Allie, and the rest of the group.
Yeah, you mentioned Heather and Allie. What just when you take a step back and look at it and realize like, wow, I'm essentially coming out of retirement to play with Heather again, play with Allie again. Like, how just what's that going to be like for you to be back on the pitch in an environment like TST? Because you saw it last year.
It's going to be great. I mean, I think, for so long we've all been under the pressure cooker for a number of years, and we've all had different roles, and we've all kind of come in and out of the team and retired at different points. But this is just an opportunity to kind of get back out with teammates, friends, and the joy and love of the game has followed all of us for so long. And to be back out on the field, obviously there's still some pressure. That $1 million prize is quite a big task, especially going back to back. But I just saw the resilience and just the camaraderie of the team last summer, and everyone played a role in that. And I was, look, a very, very small percentage of that. The players out on the field did fantastic. The ones like really coaching were awesome. And it was just really good to see, a bunch of different players, some of us former US women players, but also some of the newbies, some of the UNC players who played a fantastic role. But, just getting back out with players and having some fun, but also, as intense as Heyo is, she just brings that special grit, and so does, all of us. We all bring the best out of one another. And I think I turned to Heyo last summer. She was really intense at one point, and I just started laughing because, that's her. And I think that's what's made our U.S. women's national team so successful over the years is that everybody is very different and everybody has gone about their careers very different. But I think what's been really special is that we've all embraced one another for our uniqueness, and that's what's made us special ultimately.
So, are you going to put your recruiting cap on now that you're a committed member of the team and go to Alex Morgan? Hey, I know you're in my position that I was in last year, so be ready because next year you're playing, or go to, any former teammates to try to get him out there this summer?
Well, there's been quite a retirement, rollout this last year with a lot of players, and it's weird for me to see. I mean, I was kind of one of the first one 3 years ago to my generation to to announce, and then it's just been this trickle effect of other people. And, majority of the players that I played with in my generation in those couple of decades are really gone. So it'll be interesting to see who will kind of wants to join the team and who can't play, who doesn't want to play, who maybe wants to join the coaching staff. I mean, we have no shortage of coaches. Everybody has been gracious enough to come and want to coach and want to help out. And yeah, it's really special. And the tournament, it's a phenomenal tournament to be part of, to watch. They've done a great job.
I was going to ask you your thoughts on the tournament as a whole, but you kind of covered it right there. So I'll take it to this. Do you think your experience on the sidelines during target score time is going to give you a leg up on the pitch in those high intensity target score time moments?
I think definitely, yeah. Like I said, the first game we all kind of had to figure out the format. And the year prior, I wasn't a part of the team, but there was no women's division, so that was very challenging, very different. And then obviously last summer, a lot of different expectations. But I think we kind of had to figure out, the way that we could play, the way that we would be successful, and while not taking away from kind of what has made the U.S. women so special, high pressing and all of that. But once we kind of figured out the subbing, once some of the older players, kind of got on and got off, and I may be in that category. I'm getting a little older, so I definitely, think that we've got an advantage. We know, I'm now familiar with it, and I was, just kind of watching from the sidelines, being able to take information in, and it'll be really special. And I'm planning to be there the whole time, attend the training session and all. And I know I had a jet out last summer, but yeah, it's going to be great to be part of it. I think my daughter will be there as well, so it'll just be really cool.
Before I get you out of here, I have two final quick questions. First one, how's the golf game? Did you play and then kind of give up, or are you still playing? What's the deal there?
No, still playing. Yeah, it's golf is one of the hardest sports I've ever done. Usually I'm pretty quick to pick things up, but for whatever reason, golf just it's just very challenging to kind of get everything in sync. So my husband's been teaching me. It's been a long process, but I'm trying to learn the right way. I'm actually leaving in a couple weeks to play in the Waste Management Pro-Am tournament. So
Wow.
that's a really intense Pro-Am. When I lined up at the first tee and saw thousands of people watching me hit. I've never had my heart beat so fast in my entire life, not even in a World Cup final, not even stepping up to take a PK in a World Cup final. Yeah, it's quite a scene. It's pretty amazing. We'll have a week there, which will be really cool. And yeah, so I'm just continuing to work on the golf game. I'm, training, I'm running, I'm lifting, playing in the co-ed league once a week. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun stuff going on.
All right, I need your best Heather O'Reilly story.
Oh, there's definitely a few, but I would probably say when we run the beep test, and I'm sure that many people have heard this before, she gets to a point in the beep test over the years where she goes from, heyo to just being calm, cool, collected, and then she just reaches a point where she just gets wild and you can see it in her face. She rips her shirt off. She starts running in her bra and she's got these faces that she's making with each turn. And yeah, she's crushed the beep test over the years. And we always know that at that one point when Heather's about to get to that point. But yeah, she's been an amazing part of the U.S. women's national team for a number of years. I've always looked up to her, especially having been from New Jersey and joined the national team at such a young age. I thought that that was really cool. And, she's been an integral part of kind of keeping the glue of our team together with this US women team and heading it up and looking for sponsors and really making it a really fun experience. So it's been phenomenal to be her teammate and now be her teammate again on the TST team, and just looking forward to it.
Well, as we close it out, do you have a final message to the U.S. women's national team fans, U.S. women TST fans about you coming back and why U.S. women is going back to back at TST?
Well, I think, we're going to be confident, but we're also going to know that it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to require a lot of work. I'm sure teams have scouted and looked at what we did last year to be successful. So it's going to be even harder to go back to back, as we all know. Once you win something, trying to win another is very tough. But the fans were amazing. I was just shocked at how many people came out to watch us play, and I think everybody really loved it. I think that seeing familiar faces back on the field, Mia Hamm, even Michelle Akers on the sideline. It's just really cool. I mean, there's very rare that we're all kind of in the same place at the same time. And that's what I took from it. It's just the different generations of players that have made the team so successful over the years and then continue to make US women on TST successful. So I'm really looking forward to it. Continue to come out, support us, come in person. It's a really amazing experience to be part of. I'd almost like to kick back and be a fan as well and go watch all the different games, but obviously I gotta prepare and be ready to play. But just keep supporting us. Keep supporting the U.S. Women's National Team, the real U.S. Women's National Team, and it's just an amazing space to be in right now for women's soccer and just women's sports in general.
Well, thank you, Carly. You were a lot more humble than Allie and Heather. Heather said, "We expect to win," and Allie said, "Good luck to any team who thinks they can beat us." So, a lot more humble. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.